That's a nice stroke. Good control. Down to Donald. And this is where we are in Calcutta, perched high in a stand at Eden Gardens, right over on the east side and at the north of India.
See, there's that low ball.
And he's gone, he's out. He's LBW there, and that is the first wicket that's gone down. Jadeja, LBW to de Villiers' slower ball. And a marvellous breakthrough that for the South Africans.
Well, I did mention in the pitch report about the balls that keep low. Look where this hits him. He's on the back foot, it hits him knee roll just above. And this is what I was worried about. You've got to look to get forward on this pitch. A lot of low balls. That's plumb.
So 12 for 1. And Kambli, of course, got 86 up at Chandigarh. He's in very good form. Bouncy little left-hander. And here is de Villiers. Playing deliberately inside the line there. And exactly the start that South Africa needed, that, Geoffrey. Oh, that's a lovely stroke. It's almost a West Indian stroke. That was risky, not much footwork, but 4 glorious runs.
Yes, but it's exactly as I said. He gave him width there, Henry.
18 for 1. Figures in brackets the number of balls they've received. And that's Daryl Cullinan. It's a brilliant throw. There's a call now. We've got the third umpire who's sitting behind us, has been asked to judge that run out. Vinod Kambli backing up too far. Brilliant throwing by Cullinan. Yes, that is out. The green light will go on. Yes, the green light is on and Kambli is run out, and that really is a tremendous blow for South Africa. A wonderful piece of fielding by Cullinan.
Well, superb quick thinking, not just the throwing, it was the thinking of it to catch the non-striker, not back in his crease. I mean, wonderful thoughtfulness as well as the accuracy of the throw. And it just shows how important it will become in years to come, this third umpire. That's the man who made the decision, made the correct decision. Look how quick thinking he is to pick it up and throw it at the other end. Catches him out, no doubts at all.
And Geoffrey, that really does show the value, as you say, of the third umpire, doesn't it?
It will come in years to come. It will be at every test match ground. Cricket administrators are always slow to change, you know, but it will have to come in all the time in all test match cricket.
Daryl Cullinan isn't known for showing much emotion in his cricket, but he looks overjoyed, doesn't he? And I don't wonder. Now, Geoffrey, 18 for 2. We're in the 6th over. What should India be hoping to get now?
Crikey, Henry.
Well, you're in the hot seat. You're the expert. And he's done it again. A marvellous piece, and again the third umpire has been called into action. Well, this is quite extraordinary. Cullinan yet again hits the stumps, and behind us, Mr. S.K. Bansal, the third umpire, will have to adjudicate.
Well, I think this run was tight. I think Prabhakar thought it was going to be quite easy, and it's going to be tight whether he gets in or not, because I think he was coasting.
Oh, he's gone, he's out. That is the second direct hit that Cullinan has scored. And so the green light goes on, Prabhakar sees it, and he's out. That is the second run out that Cullinan has produced. Cullinan, not Jonty Rhodes.
Well, often we talk about dramatic cricket, but it has been that in the last few minutes. I mean, 2 run-outs and superb run-outs as well. Quick thinking by one fielder. Everybody expecting Jonty Rhodes, and it's this guy that's done it. Super stuff. Good camera work, good umpiring by the third umpire, and super fielding.
In recent times, Sachin Tendulkar has struggled to put together a decent score. He's got 12 50s with a high score of 84. But certainly with his ability, he should be having a few more runs and not a single century.
Oh, that's a good shot by Tendulkar. The crowd are on their feet. They found their voice. Every 4 greeted with huge acclaim. And India are 26 for 3. Alan Donald. And that's, I think, going to be 4. And South Africa will get a little inkling of what they're going to be up against should they allow Tendulkar and Azharuddin to get away as far as the noise is concerned.
Well, the little man has hit his second very good boundary.
Richard Snell is on instead of Alan Donald. And instantly Azharuddin latches onto him, and that is a glorious shot through the covers. Now Snell bowled badly in Chandigarh, and South Africa don't need that now, Sonny.
Richard Snell, when he comes into ball, tries to bang the ball in short. He's a young bowler, and he thinks that perhaps he's bowling on South African wickets, where if you bowl short, there is a bit of life in it. But over here in India, and particularly at the Eden Gardens, the ball's only going to be sitting up and asking to be hit. This is exactly what Mohammad Azharuddin has done.
That's better.
Well, I think the reason that these 2 batsmen have prospered, that Sachin Tendulkar on strike and Azharuddin, they've both been looking to get forward. I mentioned earlier in my commentary and pitch report that the ball tends to keep low at Calcutta, and would do on this pitch, a very crazy paving type pitch.
Well, he's got the edge. He's given out. He waited for the decision. They really had to check whether the ball had bounced in front. The decision's given, and no sooner Jeffrey Boycott said that, India 4 down for 53 after 15 overs.
Yes, he was getting forward, as I mentioned, but he just felt for this. He couldn't resist just going after the ball. A little bit away, he's trying to steer it down to third man. And I think there was just a little bit of doubt whether he caught it, but I think he did catch it, the wicketkeeper. And India now 53 for 4.
Praveen Amre, the next man in.
India should look in the next 26 overs to score at a bit quicker than they have been doing. At 24 overs, you're looking to get closer to the 100 mark. But they're well short now, and that's understandable because they've lost 4 quick wickets. But if Amre and Azharuddin can last till the 40th over and leave the remaining 10 to Kapil Dev, India could well get to over 200.
Well, it's Hanse Cronje, the vice-captain, who's coming on at the high court end, and he has bowled wonderfully well in this competition. He's taken 7 wickets at 11.71 apiece, which is testimony to his remarkable accuracy. He's bowling now to Amre. And there we can see these massive banks of floodlights. They are certainly the biggest banks I've ever seen. Oh, beautifully fielded by Jonty Rhodes. That is the strength of this man in the field. It was to his left hand that had been single to anyone else on the field.
Absolutely marvelous, and what a delight to watch Such a great fielder here. He must be enjoying fielding on this outfield. It's one of the smoothest of outfields in India.
Well, it was a nice little stroke. That's going to take the ball away for 4, I think. McMillan not the quickest mover. The first boundary, that for 12 overs.
And in a sense, it's because Amre likes to use his feet to these spinners. Simcox saw him use his feet to the earlier delivery, and anticipating that Amre would do that again, pitched it short and gave Amre just the width he needed to cut it away for a boundary.
You could see him use his wrists there. Jonty Rhodes, the fielder, I thought Amre was going to come back for the second, but he realised that Rhodes was his man.
Brings the captain on to strike now. And Azhar is on 48. And as they do in these parts, a clapping breaks out around the stadium to see if they can clap him to 50. Well, I think if he got a nick on it, that'll be it. And he did. A wry smile and a little ooh. But a class innings from a class player. They love him in these parts, and just have a look at this for a cheeky shot. I think unintentionally cheeky.
Well, I certainly fancy the West Indies to be in the final, the way they've played so far. Sri Lanka certainly haven't been firing on all 6 cylinders. This is a great shot, over long on. That'll be 4. Now, Pravin Ombre's tried to do that on 2 or 3 occasions off the medium pace of Cronje and hasn't been successful. McMillan, a little bit quicker, came onto the bat, and he made no mistake. Quality stroke.
Well, Azharuddin's hit that many a mile. It's gone for 6, just over the rope. That is the first 6 of the match, and just listen to the noise. Anyone would think India has won the war.
They go absolutely crazy. If India happen to win the match, well, they'll never go home till midnight.
And it's going to be de Villiers. He's coming back into the attack at the pavilion end to bowl to Azharuddin. If he hits, he's out. Yes, he's hit. And Amre is run out. That was a brilliant piece of work by de Villiers. And Amre has only himself to blame for a fairly careless, unthinking piece of cricket.
Well, that is great sadness there. He's played beautifully. And they're looking for the single again, which is right to be looking for it. You see, Azharuddin sets off, then stops in, and it's too late. Amre is already on his way. Azhar called him and set off. The non-striker Amre set off to that call, but then when Azhar stopped, he was stranded. A shame, he's played beautifully.
They put on 95, and the score 148 for 5.
Now, this is important for India. If they're going to get up near the 200 total, that Kapil Dev gets in. He's capable of playing a nice little cameo innings of a quick 20-30.
Well, that's certainly gone miles. It's 4. That was a splendid blow.
And this is what worries me. See, if I was a South African, would worry me about Alan Donald coming on to bowl. He's bowling fast, but it comes onto the bat quicker, so you can hit it further.
The interesting thing is, Jeff, that he's now gone for 7 fours in his 7 overs.
Case proved.
That's going to be 2 more, it's 4 more. So, 12 off the over. And that really is a tremendous bonus for India. Donald can't believe it.
Yes, it's been good cricket today, though, because South Africa held the upper hand early on with some electric fielding. Not just the 2 run-outs were exceptionally good, but a lot of the fielding by all the players has been excellent. And then India are clawing the way back into the game.
Oh, that's a fine shot by Kapildev, picking the gap between deep backward square and fine leg, timing it beautifully, 4 runs. 172 for 5. We've got 5 overs left, and Donald figures 8 overs, no maidens, none for 44. We'll see just how flexible Vessels is after this over. Will he finish with Donald, or will he continue with him to the end? It's McMillan now. Oh, and Kapildev has slipped. He's going to be run out. Yes, he's nowhere. He came back for the second run. Azharuddin said no. Kapildev slipped. I don't know whether he's wearing rubber shoes or whether he's got studs. And the throw from de Villiers to the far end, to the wicketkeeper, was close enough. Just watch it.
Well, what happened when he turned, Kapildev? He turned on the grassy area, look. He off the cut pitch. That's what happened. He ran off the cut pitch onto the grassy area, and it's night time. You get a bit of dew. He slipped, and nothing he could do then. 172 for 6.
And Yadav is the new batsman, the Indian wicketkeeper, who's taken over this year from Kiran More.
Here comes de Villiers again, this time to Yadav. Oh, that's sliced away high now then. They're trying to get under it, and Rhodes does. What a great catch. Jonty is delighted. It's just another catch in the long line of brilliant catches this man from South Africa has held.
Well, I can't think of another fielder who would have reached that ball. It was high up in the air, all right, but Jonty Rhodes had to run backwards. Remember, he was running in to try and stop the single. Then he had to turn back. There he is, got to turn back. He kept his eyes on the ball right till the end, and he hung on to it. Absolutely tremendous catch.
Great catch. 184 for 7 now. This is Snell to Azharuddin. Oh, that's lobbed away over square leg. That's 4 of them. That's what India and Azharuddin wanted. 189 for 7. And Azharuddin is up to 89 himself.
Well, that's good thinking from the skipper. He gave himself a bit of room, walked away to the offside. He knew that there was a wide gap there. There's only a deep fine leg and a long gone, wide long gone. The big gap there, and he picked it.
Big appeal, and Azharuddin is gone. The end of a quite brilliant innings by Mohammad Azharuddin. He's rescued his side from all sorts of trouble. He's out for 90 when he came to the wicket. India were 18 for 3, and he leaves them now 189 for 8, having scored 90 of them.
And it's been a captain's innings, all right, on his favourite ground. Azharuddin has scored just about every occasion that he's played at the Eden Gardens. And this is the innings that has given the Indian total some substance. The last 2 overs, desperate measures required, and that's what Azharuddin was trying to do.
Well, this new batsman is Shrikant, Javagal Shrikant. In the air past Rhodes. Rhodes is after it. They're back quickly for 2. They'd be silly if they go for 3, but they are going to, and they will get there. Well run. Anil Kambli showing a surprising turn of speed there.
Well, when he turned for the third, it did look as if he would have struggled, because he's a tall man, but he doesn't seem to be running fast. And thankfully for India, the throw was not on target. That allowed Kambli to get and complete the third run.
Snell's last ball. Oh, that's going to be out, I think. McMillan's under it, and it is. Brian McMillan takes the catch safely at mid-on, and that is the 9th Indian wicket to go down, and they're 192.
Well, the bat face opening up as he tried to flick the ball up. Simple catch to McMillan over there. The ball is not coming onto the bat, and that's one of the reasons why, unless a batsman is set, he's not going to be able to get hold of the ball. Anil Kumble has just come into bat, didn't have the time to get used to the pace of the wicket, but he had to try. That's what he did. Unfortunately for India, unsuccessfully.
Srinath, the man on strike. 195 for 9. India would like him to hit a 6. And he doesn't, he's bowled! It's all over. So with the very last ball of the Indian innings, de Villiers strikes once again. The off stump is made a terrible mess of, and India are all out for 195. South Africa will need 196 to win it. Good bowling that by de Villiers at the death.
India could have done with another 5 runs. 200 would have been psychologically a lot different than 198 or 199.
So there are the South African bowling figures. They make pretty happy reading, certainly for Fanny de Villiers. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 19. That is top-class bowling. And I thought Simcox bowled pretty well as well. His 0 for 28. And Cronje was very economical once again, 0 for 25.
Srinath to Hudson. Well, 100,000 people think he got an edge, but unfortunately the 2 or 3 that matter didn't.
Actually, the one who matters, the umpire. But that was a good delivery from Srinath. Srinath's main delivery is the one that comes into the batsman. But this one went straight through, a little bit of movement outside. And that's what got Hudson fishing at it.
Srinath again. Oh, he's been dropped. He's dropped behind the stumps by Yadav. Yadav looked to me almost to be celebrating before the ball got there. Hudson got a touch then. He was rattled, I think, by the pressure. Oh dear for India. What a mistake.
Well, that's not the shot of an opening batsman who's easy. And Yadav making a mess of what should have been a pretty simple catch. There you see Yadav is actually not even ready as Srinath has delivered the ball. That's a very simple catch, a regulation catch.
Will appeal for LBW. He's gone. He's out. Bansal says LBW to Srinath. And that is the breakthrough that India were denied in Srinath's previous over.
And what a good delivery Srinath has bowled. He's certainly looking a different bowler now that he's got the new ball to bowl with. He has been bowling first change, but he's got the new ball to bowl with. And that ball nipping back into Kepler-Wessels, catching him right in front, very little doubt in the umpire's mind, and it's 10 for 1 for South Africa.
There's that slow ball, and Hudson watched it very well indeed, waiting for it, driving it between mid-off and the bowler for 4.
Hudson did play this shot very nicely in Chandigarh. The slower one, which he has picked up very well. He loves to play on the rise, on the up. And though it might be a little dangerous shot to play on this wicket. He was right on top of it. What Azhar needs to do is, seeing Hudson's strength in that direction, to put a quicker fielder at mid-off.
You'll have to hurry. It's Kambli there, and unlike the South Africans, we didn't get a direct hit. When South Africa were fielding, Cullinan had 2 in 1 over, both scoring a bullseye.
And it's going to be the old warrior Kapil Dev. Good shot.
Short and wide, help yourself balls, and especially at medium pace. Every time it goes short and wide, they'll get smashed for 4.
Have to hurry. And we've got the 3rd umpire being used again. We had the direct hit there by Amre, and we've now got to wait to see what the replay is like. And Mr. Bansal, the 3rd umpire, is in our box behind us.
Mr. Bansal is standing up as if he's out in the middle. And Praveen Amre rushing in very quickly, throwing underarm.
I think that may be out. It was a very close one, but my view of that was that it was a wicket. But we didn't see it perfectly then. It was a very, very tight decision, this. I think the bat is just short. Now there are the lights. You will see which one's going to come on. Green, he's out. Red, he's not green. He's out. Hanse Cronje is run out. South Africa have lost our 2nd wicket. And what dramas we have had here at Eden Gardens. And just look at that. Zankola is into Cullinan. That's a pull almost back past the bowler. A strange stroke, and it's going for 4 runs. Kapil Dev nearly does get into a rather a muddle with the advertising hoarding. But what a strange stroke.
Well, that just goes to show how much time Daryl Cullinan has to play the ball, because Ankola is a fairly brisk bowler. But Cullinan hit him off the back foot straight down the wicket. A pull straight down the wicket.
And the game is nicely poised, still a contest, could go either way. You always just feel that South Africa just might have the edge.
Well, that's a close one. He's given it. Ian Robinson's given it. And sure as ever, the sage had spoken and the wicket has been achieved.
Well, this is what Kapil Dev does nowadays. He doesn't swing it out so much. He makes it drift in. It just angles in. Pitches maybe off stump, he just angles in, hits him on the knee roll or just below. That's a good shout. 65 for 3.
The new man in is Jonty Rhodes. Oh, the crowd's going Jonty, Jonty. And he's got the ball past the infield. It's a lovely outfield here. And it's in now for 4. So 71 for 3. Panning through the lights in Calcutta. And there you have the Eden Gardens, looking quite resplendent, actually.
He's got him! Azharuddin, a backward cover! Jadeja struck! And have South Africa pressed that self-destruct button again?
I don't think that dismissal was self-destruct. It was full and wide, swung a little bit on him, hit it straight in the middle of the bat. Azharuddin caught a good catch. There's nothing desperate about the shot. Well caught, Azhar.
106 for 4.
There's silence because that's been struck for 4. It's quite amazing. It's the worst ball Kamble's bowled. A rank long hop. Hudson had lots of time to get back and knock it away. Despairing effort from backward square leg, but the ball went away for 4, and you wouldn't have thought that there was a game of cricket being played here during that.
And Kambli to bowl the last ball to Hudson. It bowled him, and that is a most decisive blow. Hudson's innings has come to an end, trying to cut Kambli. The top spinner went straight on and knocked out his off stump, and look at that.
No wonder they're delighted, because they were sensing that this is a crucial wicket as far as India is concerned. Hudson and McMillan were playing calmly and taking their side to victory with measured singles, but Hudson got a little ambitious, trying to make room and cut, and his off stump is knocked off. That's a very important wicket. South Africa 130 for 5.
Well, all manner of thunder flashes and things going on at the moment. It really is bedlam within the ground.
It's going to require some brave batting by South Africa, Geoffrey.
Well, it is. They've got 5 wickets in hand, but of those 5 wickets, there's none that are recognised batsmen, or any that you would say can bat at all. 1 or 2 try and throw the bat, throw the willer, and they're going to have a slice of luck and get a few boundaries when they do throw the willer. That's assuming they're not too tense. This is a very volatile, emotionally charged atmosphere, and it can make strong men weak.
Simcox has gone down, he's in the air. Oh, it's just short. Brilliant effort. I don't know if we're going to call that a chance to Ankola.
Well, I think it was difficult, this. He mishit it. Look, it's dropping down. If he gets there, well, it would have been a brilliant and outstanding catch if he'd have caught it.
That's in the air, this will be out. It is! Amre takes the catch. And Eden Gardens goes mildly potty.
What a noise, absolute pandemonium. I think that was the right attitude to try and whack it, but there were 90,000 people here waiting for that ball to fall into Amre's hands.
141 for 6.
I think Azharuddin's kept him magnificently. He's moved his bowlers around. He's had enough common sense to bowl the bowler who bowls slowest, Jadeja. Bowl him a full quarter of overs.
That's out stumped. Snell doesn't even look for the decision. South Africa are on the slippery slope to defeat here.
And on top of that, Azharuddin's bowled Kambli when it mattered, when the pressure was on, and nobody's really got after him. They never got after him. This is a little bit of despair, trying to go for the big hit, quick hands, and he's almost run out, not stumped.
South Africa are in big trouble here. 144 for 7. And for those of you who know Rudyard Kipling, that is Ricky Tikitavi's brother. That's a mongoose. And he doesn't look very happy, and I'm not surprised. He's absolutely terrified, poor thing, by all the crashing and banging going on here at Eden Gardens. I don't know he's going to get Whether the umpires are going to hold up play for him or not.
Well, I don't know where he's come from, Charles, but I can't see how the hell he's going to get out of here. There's 100,000 people are not going on with India going to win. Poor thing, he's frightened to death.
And that's a fine stroke, and it's probably 4 runs. It is! Ankola couldn't get to it. The second boundary of the over. We've had 11 runs so far from this over, and 2 balls still to go.
Well, as I was saying, Henry, the ball's coming on to the bat at the right pace. The batsmen now can play their shots on the up. Good effort there by Ankola, but not good enough.
Srinath again to Richardson. Well, that's the 12th of the over. Amre down, 3rd man. And that's the 14th run of the over. 165 for 7. Well, Sani, even you must be excited.
Yes, I am, because the match is now very evenly balanced. It did look as if India a couple of overs ago were in control.
Cullinan pulled that away. It's going away for 4. That is a splendid blow. And suddenly, South Africa are looking good again. 14 in the last over, 6 in this over, and gloom in the crowd.
Well, it is a very short delivery from Prabhakar, and doesn't have the fielder for it.
And now, if the scores should finish level at the end of it, then it becomes more complicated. But meantime, Prabhakar to McMillan. And it's 4 runs, the leg glance, the perfect stroke. 187 for 7. Now just 9 runs are needed from 11 balls.
Well, when you have the fielder up in the circle on the in fine leg, you have to be very, very accurate. Prabhakar straying down the leg stump, making it easy for McMillan just to nudge it away for a boundary.
Well, if the scores are level, the side losing the fewer wickets will be the winner. That is the first deciding point. And that's been nurdled down somehow wide of the keeper by McMillan for 2. So it's now 189 for 3. Just 7 runs needed, and 10 balls are remaining. It's tilted convincingly South Africa's way now. What an extraordinary game this has been. Prabhakar to McMillan, who has 45. Oh, and it's a run out. Richardson has gone. Dear, oh dear, for South Africa. That's tremendous for India, the sort of wicket that this kind of situation produces. And it's really thrown this game back into the melting pot.
Well, I don't know whether Richardson actually needed to go for that, though he was responding to McMillan starting off. But with a boundary in this over, and 2, there was really no need for the South Africans to go for that.
189 for 8. 6 runs needed from the last over. 6 runs in 6 balls with 2 wickets left. Listen to the crowd. And here it comes, the last ball of the match, 3 to win. And India have won, just the bye coming. It has been India's victory, 193 for 9. They have won by 2 runs, so India go through to the final on Saturday, when they will play either West Indies or